Today is World Storytelling Day, and I'm going to try in the next 60 to 90 seconds to explain to you the real power of storytelling in 2025. First of all, stories are how we as humans communicate. It's how we've always communicated ever since we lived in caves. It's how we process information. We don't process data very well, or long lists, or bullet points. We think in narratives. We are constantly playing out the stories of our past. We are constantly playing out the potential stories of our future. That's because that's the way our brains work. So that's how we communicate. We first started using them to communicate with one another, and that allowed us to establish connections with other humans and then relate to other humans and then build trust with those other humans and eventually evolve into supportive communities with those other humans. Even now, the most important part, the power of stories, if you will, lies within that connection. If you are trying to create a film or a novel and you just want to inspire people or move them emotionally for the art that you've created, you have to connect with them in a deeper level. And why that works is because it makes them think of themselves. That's why it's so powerful. If you are trying to establish a community of social media followers or a community of people who've been through the same trauma, you have to connect around that similar shared experience that you have, those similar stories that you share. And even if you're trying to sell your products or you have an offer and you're trying to persuade someone that it might help them, or you're trying to pitch an idea and you're trying to inspire someone to help you fund it, you have to have that connection. You have to make them think of themselves. The power of stories is in connection and relatability. That is how we are able to communicate and eventually collaborate with other humans. And that is where the power of our humanity resides, in storytelling. And I would argue that in 2025, we need that connection and that collaboration more than ever before. So happy World Storytelling Day, and I hope this helps.